Well, good evening, folks. This is an unscheduled ramble stream because I got some work to do. And to do my work, I have to have my partner. So here's my partner in this mess for the Orshin Incident, one Dave Ward from Grimwood Games.
Technically, you don't need me for this part, but that's okay.
No, I need you for this part because I need the assurance or the
It's the
reassurance.
assurance more than anything.
I need the reassurance. Also, I just like hanging out with you, and more people show up to talk when we're doing this together. So, so there's also that going on. But so what we're doing tonight is the other week, was it like a week and a half ago? Dave and I sat down and we created custom species for Index Card RPG for the Ocean Incident. So we had the characters that were pre-generated in mind. Neil's on. Look at that popping
Hey,
on. Hey,
Neil.
Neil. So we had the characters that we had created already in mind to kind of convert them to these new species, and we created some cool ones. We spent, I mean, no, that was a pretty hefty amount of work that we did for that. And by the end of it, it was like we should have Ramble streamed this. So now
I
we're
guess
doing.
I don't know. It wasn't that much work.
I was tired. Well, it was Sunday afternoon, so I was tired.
I'm
So
like, I think you need to spend a couple months in my shoes if you think that was a lot of work.
well, listen, for me, that's a lot of work. On a Sunday afternoon where I'm barely conscious, it's okay. And also it was right smack dab in like my ending bout of like seasonal affective disorder. So I was
You
like,
were pretty sick. You were pretty bad.
I was not doing well. So right now we're doing a conversion to Cypher because we have to take these species and convert them out for the Cypher conversion that I'm going to be working on for this project. And so let me bring us over to the share screen thing. Let's get Neil's high up there because it's always fun to see people. I guess I'm clicking in the wrong spot. There we go.
Like in the right
There's
spot.
Neil. Hi, Neil. Good to see you, man. All right, let's go over to the share screen. So these are the species as we created them for Index Card RPG. We have the Aquan, sentient liquid, the Candolin, who are energy species, the synths, who are artificial life forms. They're more like a Blade Runner type of synth type thing. The Terrax, short 5 foot bipedal reptilian sentients with bright feathers. Actually, the feathers were your idea, weren't they, Dave?
Yeah, they come from this literally race comes from Ironbound.
We like it. Good job. And then we have Mephitis,
Not
which are
Ironbound,
rodent-like
Playground.
species with large eyes, black fur, and a fluffy tail. A stripe of white or gray fur travels down their backs. It's Pepe Le Pew. And then we got humans. So that's we got to. So humans are already in um, Cypher System, so we can see how they match up with the other things, and we can actually use them because they're in
They're in
their Cypher.
STDs, yeah.
Yeah, their SRD. So Aquin first off, and what I want to look at is how Cypher does their different. I like the fluffy tail. Thanks, Neil. How Cypher does their different species, because what Cypher does for species is they give the characters characteristics. So, like a cat folk in this game, usually it's a bonus to one pull. So in Cypher, you have three pulls for folks who don't know Cypher system. It's speed, might, and intellect, or might, speed, and intellect is really how the order usually is.
And if
You
you
get a
know Ironbound, you're probably pretty familiar with the way those work.
it's amazing how that similarity is right there. And then you usually will get some skills or special ability. The less things that you get, uh, the more you're going to get to your pulls. And kind of like the more things that you get as your species, they're going to reduce your pull thing usually to a +2. So you have the cat folk who get +2 to speed. They get bared claws and one skill. So that's why they get the +4. Dragon folk get +2 and a skill, but they get their dragon breath. So they get to breathe stuff, draconic resistance, and then scaly, they get +1 to armor. So they're getting a whole lot. And then you also get, as a penalty, they get an inability, which hinders something for that.
Right, which
Yep.
balances off their strength.
Yep. And then you get the dwarf +2 to might, trained in might defense rolls, trained in task relating to stone. So they're going old school with that. Trained in using axes, trained using the tools required to shape a mind stone. You fail an intellect defense roll to avoid damage, you take one extra point of damage. guess your ego gets bruised. So that's the way these things are set up. So we've got a whole bunch of things, and I'm not worried. Oh, and then they have different keys to the starting adventure, which we don't necessarily need to have
I don't
because
think we need to
they're
have it.
pre-gens in
They're
a thing. If we
pre-gens
want
in
to
an
create them
adventure.
for people can use them in other Cypher things, we could do that, but I don't think we need to. So
I'm not doing
that's
that.
thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
You're going through. I don't worry. I'm not worried about formatting this at all right now. We just need to go through like the types of things that they do. So we have Aquan, or the liquid. They have, and
I
because
mean,
in
that's gonna
Cypher
be a plus to intelligence,
to intellect.
and intellect, yeah.
So the question is, do we do a +2 or a +4? Because one of the things we can do is we can take, um, like instead of just giving them one ability the way that Index Card RPG does, we can take like Jam Packed, um, and say that they can spend two might points to like create armor, or two intellect points to
So, the
create
way I
armor.
would do it, and this is the way I would do it, and you can argue with me if you
Go
want,
ahead.
I would do the +2 to
+2.
intellect,
Okay.
and then I would create a, ability that uses might for jam packed.
Okay. So we're going to take that out because we're not worried about just having one thing anymore. So you've got title. So that can just be a skill.
Yeah, tidal wave could just be a skill.
Okay.
I don't even think we have to reword it.
Do we need to make it a role?
No,
Well, it's not really a skill then. It's just an ability.
it has to be a roll then for a skill. Okay, I see.
Yeah, yeah. So if it's her
Um,
ability, we can make it have to be spend a point for that.
I don't think we would need to.
Just something to
Here's no,
because you
here's
don't
the
want to
reason.
just doing it willy-nilly.
Yes, in Cypher you do.
Well, no. I mean, you don't want to give them multiple because they're already going to get multiple abilities from their type. So they're going to get more abilities than just their
See,
species. Because they're going to have a type, they're going to have a descriptor, and they're going to have the
that's why
species.
I would probably just reduce it down to like 2. I would probably get rid of title
You want to get rid of
and
title
just
completely? You
I
don't want
would
it to be
just
able to
I would
flow?
just have jam-packed and hydrant, and I would make them abilities where they have to use either might or
Okay.
agility.
So we're taking title out,
Well,
or we could have them choose one of these.
just have them choose one.
All right. So title's an ability then. So
Okay, I would say
what
let's make that, an agility,
you want to do a speed? That's what I was thinking.
speed, sorry.
One speed point.
Mhm.
All right. Jam packed.
Okay, so there's no defense really in
You roll your defense checks. So
you
you basically what you would do is you would say it gives them armor.
correct, okay.
So here's my thing with that. If they have to spend might points to armor or to get armor, it basically flatlines the ability.
What if we do it as intelligent
That's what I was thinking about
intellect?
doing is as doing intellect points. So 2 intellect points for or how about one plus? I'm typing into my microphone. Sorry.
Not sorry for me, sorry for the people listening at home. Poor Neil has to listen to this type. And I just got off work, so I'm not 100% like up excited as I usually am.
You're fine. So we can say that you can spend 3 intellect points to get up to 3 armor.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
fine.
fine? And it's like, um, so my thing with this is by the time we get done this conversion, I'm probably going to be doing for new Cypher.
I will say that the way you wrote that though, it's really they could spend 3 points and get 4 armor. Does that throw it off?
What do you mean?
Well, you wrote it that for each point spent, max
Max
3,
3.
they get
It costs.
it
This is the cost.
oh, that's the cost, okay.
1 plus
See,
intellect
I don't
points.
know Cypher well.
I know, that's why I'm doing the conversion. So, but here's the thing that I'm thinking about. By the time we get done the conversion, we are going to be doing this for new Cypher. So I don't need to put like a time limit on it. It could just be like last until an action or longer rest.
Okay.
So they can keep it.
I said it whether we did new Cypher or old Cypher is up to you, so
Um, that way they can keep it going, but they can't rest and recoup.
sounds fine with me.
I kind of like I that's one of the things I really like about New Cipher is that like the duration is up to the
Okay.
players.
So Hydrant's is kind of an attack. How would you do that in Cypher? Like a
I would do
magical attack?
you could do it from anything. So if it's basically going to be a ranged attack, um, but they're concentrating. This is an interesting one because they're concentrating their own essence, which would be a might. But because it's a ranged attack, it's going to be a speed roll. So if they're doing, it might get too confusing if I mix pools. So I would just have it be
So just do
speed.
speed. Just
And I don't think that I necessarily need to make that cost points. I guess I could because like onslaught costs. Um,
if you had a arcane archer in in Cypher, how would they get their ability to do like magical arrows? Would it just be a Cypher?
if it wouldn't be a cipher because they're single use.
Right.
If it would be a an ability, they would have to spend points from it.
Okay.
So it might be for magic, it would definitely be like intellect.
Okay.
So for this, I could do one speed point or I could do one might point. Really depends. You know what?
You could
Let's.
also do intellect. You could actually argue all 3 of them.
I really could. I'm seeing these more as more of an intellect speed thing, but
I know you're
hydrant
definitely
is
looking at them as more of a physical type situation, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be physical.
no, no,
I
no, no,
mean,
no. I mean, I'm trying to see like what is it drawing from in them
that's
because
what I mean.
if they're
Like, I figure
concentr
it's more magical. Like, this is their magical ability.
well, it is, but they're bursting their own mass out at somebody.
Yeah, so isn't Sandman, but it doesn't exhaust him.
Well, what do you want? Intellect or speed? Take your
I'd
pick.
do intellect.
All right, I
That's
like them
me.
as an intellect based species.
I mean, they get a bonus to intellect, so it makes sense that they have an ability that's intellect
Yeah.
based.
So do we have them just choose one?
I don't know. Can they, do you think it's overpowered if they have all 3?
I think it would because they get a ton of abilities from just their type.
Then
Because
I
they're going
would
to get
just
3
say
abilities from their type. So
I'd leave it as choose one.
choose one. Pick your own. Of course, we're choosing it for this adventure. It doesn't matter. So Kandelin gets 2 defense versus physical
We don't have
attacks.
to.
What do you mean?
You could set up pregens where they just get to choose one option of the abilities.
That's true.
Something
So they
like
can
draw
play it.
steel does.
Yeah, so they can play it however they want. All right. So they get +2 defense versus physical attacks. So this is going to be um that's an interesting one. So it's
Plus
going to
2 defense versus physical attacks. So
yeah,
can't we
so it could
can
be
is
2
there a
armor
way of
versus
giving 2 armor versus
yep,
physical attacks?
yep.
I wouldn't call it armor. I'd call it tran
I'm just,
translucent or
just
something.
because of the way that the
Mhm.
system nomenclature works. That's what I want to do. Uh,
Where is everyone? I know Neil's here, but come on,
I
people.
know. It's
Usually
just
we get more people than this
maybe
show
it's
up.
just a weird time.
Well, we are doing it on like a Wednesday night. Wednesdays were never good when I was streaming consistently.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done Wednesday, have we?
Plus, we haven't actually announced it anywhere.
No, we didn't announce it. We just usually popped in. Sometimes people are just kind of like, oh, wait, they're streaming. Let's go. All right. So charge are able to overcharge any energy weapon they carry, granting them +2 to damage. I'm taking that out.
Yeah, go ahead.
So because they get effort in Cypher System, so they can use effort to overcharge their
Yeah,
thing.
that's fine.
Um for that. Still here making dinner. Hey Neil. Pulse control, Candelan are able to use their light pulses to interact with computer systems, granting them. So that's a skill.
Mm-hmm.
So very good. All right, so +2 defense versus physical attacks. But because of the way Cypher works, they really need something to the pool.
No,
So
no, and that should be might.
+2 to might, you think?
Yeah.
For Candelan, an energy species?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking speed, but you want might?
No, speed's fine. You can do speed.
I would do speed for them. Quantum fold within near range. Okay, that translates perfect. Um, 2 intellect points.
Yeah, because it's magic.
There you go. So there's Candelan. That was easy.
I told you it wasn't going to be hard. I know I keep
Since
bringing that up, but
I listen, it's fine. Okay, so here's what I'm doing for Candelan for sense. Because it's +1 heart, I'm just giving him +4 might
okay.
because that's the thing. One of the different models, one of them can get armor. So mechanical sense forms general energy pistons wires are revealable throughout their bodies. Um,
I mean, honestly, these are mainly descriptions.
yeah, I'm gonna put a cipher effect into each one.
Okay.
So for mechanical, I'd probably give them armor because they're more metallic, they're more rigid.
Okay.
Um, and we had a thunderstorm rolling through, believe it or not, in March. Cyborg since
As
possessed
a
organ.
person who has a March birthday, I totally understand that. You either get a blizzard, you get thunderstorms, or so March is a weird month.
I was in flip flops today, and by the time I pick up tomorrow for school, it'll be snowing.
Yep.
I was in flip flops and a t-shirt all day. It was insane. I actually went out in my sneakers and like, I'm putting on flip flops. It's too hot. All right. So cyborgs since possess organic bodies but possess a mechanical brain. Many also possess various implants which betray their cybernetic origins. So, what type of cipher ability would we want to give that?
I don't know because I'm not good at Cypher.
This is very good. Very, very good.
What is it?
Mechanical brain.
Mechanical brain. Many possess various implants, which betray their cybernetic origins. Um, Can we give them a skill?
It's fine. What skill would you like?
Hacking or computer work.
So you'll give them computer hacking too?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because they would have access to computer connections and that type
Okay.
of thing.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
Hey, Jason.
It's not cyborgs, cyborgs.
Uh, I should have a quick start guide out soon for Mass Miles.
Cool. That's so cool, man. I'm excited for that.
I just got to get it edited because I'm not good at writing.
I mean, yeah. I'm I can write. I'm terrible at editing. All right. So Jason, we're doing our conversion of our custom uh species for Index Card RPG for Orshin Incident. We're converting them to Cypher. So we're doing our own cyborgs right now. So protoclones are artificial beings printed out as biological computers. Even a close inspection will fail to differentiate a protoclone from the species whose image they are created. But when damages, uh, but when damaged, their artificial blood reveals their true nature. So I'm just thinking because these are more like the Blade Runner type folks, right? I
Yeah.
right now I'm kind of mishmashing the two, Jason. So like I have an ability that I have lasts until they take a rest, but I haven't read all the things about like how damage is calculated yet. So I need to actually research that so I can go back and do it. So right now it's kind of like halfway in between. It's like one Cipher 1.5. Um so in like in Blade Runner, because these are replicants, right? But you're not using wounds. Like I have to get there. If I do Cipher the new one, I have to do the wounds. I got to learn the wound system. So these are replicants. So replicants in Blade Runner are faster and stronger, um, and I guess technically smarter than humans. They're really short lifespan. So we could give them like a 10-year lifespan, and then give them like either extra speed or, and they can pick. We could let the player pick.
Yeah. You could do something like that.
Okay. I hate it when I do that. I need to add a page. Hold on a second here. Why isn't it auto flowing? Oh, there it is. I have to do that.
What are you using? Oh.
Affinity Publisher. I just had to auto flow it.
Do, 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 do. Cool. Battery runs out. Editing right now. Technically, I am too.
What?
uh, I'm paying attention. I'm just not paying attention as well as I normally would.
All right.
I just want to make sure that, like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
What's that?
All of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm not.
You're listen, you're here for the validation. You're fine. Proprietary hardware with irreplaceable batteries. Editing right now. Battery runs out. What am I looking? Cool. Battery runs out. Editing right now. I'm so I'm so behind. Eating
Nope.
and burnt my hand. I am okay. What what is happening?
Neil, stop
You're
burning yourself.
asleep. Neil's hurting himself. You're falling asleep.
I'm
Jason's
not
doing
falling asleep.
typos.
I'm just tired.
You're yeah, okay. All right, here's your thing. So claw weapons, gliding feathers. I'm thinking Terex get um +2 to speed.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I don't need that in there. Short, choose one. Sponge, Terex, indirect. So so it's I'm taking that out because this is
Taking
going
a
to be
what?
the choose one for that. I'll move it somewhere else because they're all going to get this skill. Because I like the fact that they have that. So, um, not learning,
Not learning what?
operating technology. Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I have to thank Eskillum.
Why?
He made the new Mass Pause logo.
Did he really? Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Skillum's awesome.
Oh, jeez, I'm banging into all kinds of things today. Ugh. I might get distracted with a video game next week.
Sounds good. I'm actually playing. Oh, good grief! I can't even think of the name right now. I'm tired too. Ocean Horn. I'm playing Ocean Horn 3 right now.
Well, there's a game that's coming out that's single player that is like Breath of the Wild with Assassin's Creed with other things, and I'm
Okay.
curious about it, but I don't know if I want to pre-order it.
No, that's what
Crimson.
Ocean Horn. So Ocean Horn is it was like an original iPad like almost like a breath not a Breath of Wild, like a Wind Waker. And then they came out with the second one which was like more like a Wind Waker, and this third one's even more so. It's
It's
kind of
called
fun.
Crimson Desert. That's what it's called. I had to look it back up. It looks interesting, but it's from a developer that hasn't done anything before, so it's kind of like hard to trust.
All right, so I'm giving them the honor bound inability. So they're beings of the word, and once given will not deviate from any task to which they are committed until its completion. If they, okay, wait a minute.
Mm. Can understand computer screens, Jason, but why Dragon's Breath?
They must make a. What's it? Trying to remove references to computer screens and Dragon's Breath from my Weird West game.
I understand computer games, but I'm not fully sure why the Dragon's Breath would have
Because
to be
there's no
removed.
dragons in his Weird West.
It's a Weird West. It could have
But there's no
dragons.
dragons in his Weird West.
Doesn't.
He doesn't want dragons in his weird. Well, leave the man alone.
I'm not saying that he can't have them. I'm just saying
I want
it's
a
a
steam
Weird West game. It's possible to
steampunk
have
computer screens
dragons.
would be fun too. Hey, Cypher Unlimited's here. What's up, dude?
Hey,
I'm currently converting species from Index Card RPG to some kind of cipher. Monsters here are all created by corrupted evil spirits, so unless it was an undead dragon thing, it would be out of place. So it's got to be something that existed that died, and the monsters are corrupted spirits of that. So no dragons in the world means no dragons in the Weird West.
yeah,
But
that makes
but
sense.
but puppies, prairie dogs, evil prairie dogs. All right. So I gave them the inability honor bound. So if they want to attempt to go against their word, they got to make an intellect check, and it's hindered by 2 steps because they're just uh, honor bound that much. Terex possesses incredible hearing and audio processing as such they are able to mimic any sounds they hear, including voices.
That's a
Oh, they are trained.
skill.
They are trained in mimicry.
Yeah. No, totally understandable, Jason. I'm not trying to. I really like your setting. I'm just saying you could always call it something else too. You don't necessarily have to call it Dragon's Breath. You could call it Boozed Breath or something like that.
All right, so we didn't give them anything that they can spend points on for the Terex.
So plus they're up the.
Oh, and
Uh,
I also have to give them their glide. So I'm giving them +4 speed.
yeah,
But and here what we'll do is we'll make them
because the glide's kind of important.
the glide is kind of important. So
That's what makes them cool
yep.
because they're dinosaurs with wings.
Well, I mean they
That's how
are.
like dinosaurs would be.
That's true. But we're going to make that 2 speed points.
Sounds fine to me.
I'm not worried about the formatting right now. I know that should be. Well, I'll capitalize it because I'll forget. There we go.
You're gonna go through and fix all that anyway.
So now they got points, but they got +4 speed. Cool. Now we got Mephidus, the rodent-like creatures. Man, like there's serious thunder coming in here. Like, can you hear that?
Nope.
That's wild. It's like really coming in. So these are the rodent-like creatures. Large eyes, black fur, fluffy tail, stripe of white or gray fur travels down their backs through the end of their tails. Consider their physical presentation of great importance in any social interaction, and consider tail grooming a high priority. Um, okay, Vain Explorer. All right. So I'm thinking we turn Vain Explorer into an inability somehow. But we're going to shift it. So instead of trying to get their crewmates to push,
Sorry, I'm setting some anchor points in my PDF, so
go
I
ahead.
might get quiet.
We're multitasking, folks. It's fun. You can basically just copy most of the companion stat blocks from predation to cover most dinos to cipher. We made that one from scratch from Index Card RPG, but I kind of like that. These are species descriptors from for our PCs.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so these are more like
I don't
these
like
are
that.
what we're
No, I
going
don't
to
like
be
this.
using for pre-gens. So because we're gonna have 6 pre-gens for each system.
I don't like this. Okay.
Oh, my back. Oh, uh,
I don't,
quick button for
actually, you know what? I'm going to make this skill instead of an inability.
okay.
Um,
Why?
because it didn't make any sense. They're pushing people forward. I just didn't know how to make it like an inability that would work, especially for the story. But for as a skill, um, they're gung ho, like they're going in. So I think what I'll do is I'll make them skilled against fear when exploring because they don't like when they're in dangerous situations. They don't care because they want to get to the thing. So pretty cool. Wait, games are supposed to make sense. It's to find time to find that out.
All this time,
all
Jason's
this,
been making
all this
games that don't
time.
make sense.
Now we know it's wrong. Um, Pirate Glory doesn't make any sense. Like this is the hard. This is the hardest one to convert, Dave. Because there's like Pirate Glory, like that goes into Vein Explorer. So
Who travels the space line? I'm just reading it again because it's
yeah,
been a couple weeks since we've done this. Pirates who are the
I gotta
spirit
go refund my
fires
backers. Nice,
with
Jason.
hearts of gold. They seek to emulate the heroes in the way they live.
I
Why don't you make that an ability?
An inability.
Yeah, they're
How are we gonna do?
constantly seeking to be like the heroes.
Yeah, but how do I make that a how do I make that something to check against? Like an ability to like an inability to retreat, like they don't want to retreat from danger.
Yeah, kind of. That's what I was thinking. Or yeah, just get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna take that choose one out too. Because right now I'm thinking I give them +4 to speed. Because carousers, Mephitis possess a natural resistance to alcohol and enjoy celebrating. You know what? This one's easy.
Glad you find it easy. I'm not looking forward to doing these in Ironbound. Let me tell you that. Because
I can come
unlike,
on. I can come on and validate you while you're doing it.
well, the difference
Um,
is that I have to come up with 10 levels of stuff
that's true.
because I have 10 levels per well, not for species, but when we get to classes, uh, I'm gonna have to come up with 10 levels for stuff.
So we're giving them +4 to speed. They're skilled at resisting all fear or intimidation effects, as CU put it, and then their natural resistance to poison, including alcohol. So all their might defense checks are eased, which
Okay.
actually makes sense. All right, so that's the ones we made, and then we have humans the way that we created them for Index Card RPG. I think humans are in here. Halfling, Hellborn. Oh, humans aren't in here. I thought they did. Help me out. Humans do have a descriptor in the Cypher SRD, don't they? I thought they did.
Uh, I know who you're not talking to me, but I have no idea.
I'm talking to Cypher Unlimited.
I know you are.
Ah, yeah. I'm thinking. So do we give them +2 to any pool? Okay, so opportunist. Humans recognize they use 2 descriptors. Oh, okay. I'm going to give humans their own descriptor for this then. So we're going to change this up. Thank you. You reminded me that they do use 2 descriptors because I just made a human in using the core character builder today. So opportunist humans recognizing their lack of natural abilities compared to other sentients will take advantage of any advantage they can to feel like they are on equal footing. So what I'm going to say is in Cypher System, you get edge in one of your pools, so they can add +1 edge to any pool, which would make them kick butt if they doubled up on something. And I actually will let them double out because they're weaker in general. Or should I just let them do 2 descriptors, guys? What do you think?
Just do 2 descriptors.
Okay, we'll just do that.
That way people expect what they expected from most humans in cyber stuff.
Okay.
Stop adding work to us. God. This guy
All right.
constantly adds work.
I know I'm terrible that way. All right. Then we're done.
It's
We
not like
got
I
our.
don't have like 17 jobs going on all at the
It's
same
not like
time.
you're not like we're doing this and doing something. So let's go through what we got. So the Act One, which are sentient water. Um, do.
You could
So
also
plus,
give them an extra edge and free skill.
I'll just give them a second descriptor because that basically gets them the same thing anyway. Then a stat boost and that sort of thing. So they get the ability to title. We are having them pick only one of these. So they can stretch their body to flow into empty spaces, 1 feet point, jam packed. This is where they're able to freeze their bodies, making them harder than steel. They can gain up to 3 armor. And this is where I go to Cypher 1.5 until I actually read how wounds work in the system and how damage is inflicted. So it's going to last until an action or longer rest. So they can keep that armor up as long as they want. But as soon as they have to make a recovery roll, they're a recovery scoring. They're going to be whittling off their pulls or their damage threshold or whatever they call it in the new system. I'm going to have fun with that. So Hydrant, they're able to concentrate their mass into a burst of energy, doing 2 points of damage, but they're using their intellect to do that. So pretty cool. The Candelan are an energy species. Pulsating vision has been sought after by other sentients who claim their lights possess healing properties. They have their energy form gets them 2 armor versus physical attacks. They're skilled at computer interface, so they use their light pulses, and they're skilled at all computer-based checks. And quantum fold, they can fold themselves and emerge in a location within near range for 2 intellect points. So that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that works for me.
We got the synth. So in Index Card RPG, we gave them another heart, which gives them 10, basically 10 extra hit points. So in this, we gave them 4 might. And then we gave them, they had to choose a model because there's 3 types of synths. We gave them a mechanical, who are the obvious robots. They gain 2 arbor points because they are basically machines. Cyborgs have mechanical brains and also various implants. They're good with computers. And then protoclones are short-lived. They live only 10 years, but they're enhanced so they gain an additional +2 to either speed or intellect. So they're the Blade Runner replicants, basically. Um, Terax is from Dave's Plaguebound. Good
They
job,
are,
Dave. You
yeah.
snuck. I didn't even recognize that when you gave me the name. So they are real dinosaurs.
I literally told you they were from when I
I
gave you
don't
the name.
remember that at all. I would remember. I was tired. Um, Terex are short. I thought that was hard work that we did. Apparently, it's not nothing. Terex are
Compared to
short,
what I
4 feet
know.
bipedal reptilian sentients with bright feathers gracing their arms and serrated beaks for a mouth. They're protobirds. Newer species in the galactic stage sometimes can cause other sentients to underestimate them. I almost think that could be an inability besides honor bound, but I like honor bound. So they can glide. So their features are exposed and have enough height. They can glide a far distance for 2 speed points. They are a techno sponge. They're skilled at all technology checks, basically for learning, because they're trying to steal information to take it back to their people. But they are honor bound. They do not deviate from word once it's given. And if they attempt to go against their word, because the building's exploding and they have to get out to save their own lives, but also the computers there, they're hindered by 2 steps for their intellect check. I kind of like that. They're also mimics. They uh, can mimic any sounds they hear, including voices. That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
And then we get the Mephitids, +4 to speed, as I move that around. They're skilled at resisting all fear effects because they're vain explorers. Oh, snap. Is this thing on? Hey, Chris. Um, and a natural resistance to poison, so all might defense checks are eased, basically, because that's the way poisons work. And I just like the idea of might defense checks in general for them would be fun. And then humans just use the second descriptor because they're just plain old boring humans.
Yep, they
So what
are.
do you think, folks? The good species for a Cypher System one shot, considering that they're also going to have another descriptor and they're going to have their abilities from their type. Should be fun. I kind of
Could
like
be.
that. I like it. It's good. It's fun.
Hey, Mikey, he actually likes it.
Mikey, he likes it. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I kind of happy with this. No, this is not formatted the way it's supposed to be for Cypher blah 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 blah. Cypher System. We don't care, and we're not doing the for their initial connection to this adventure. Although I guess if we're going to give them the ability to choose their options, I guess we could help them to create their own character with that
You
too. But
could do
that's
that.
a lot of work. Um,
Mm, eh,
Especially because they've all been kidnapped by the warp shell. So
yeah,
that's essentially all of their connection to the adventure. So they got kidnapped by a warp shell. They're here. So I don't really need to do that for this. I think we're good. I like it. All right. Jason approves. That makes me happy. I'm having fun. I was this morning I was going, I want to publish my hedge setting for Numenera as a book.
just right. It's a core. You do realize we got to I still got to do it for Easy Six. I still got to do it for Ironbound. We still have to do it for Dark Space. I mean, we have quite a few that we have to convert.
We do. I mean, I haven't even read Dark Space yet. Like that's going to be the last one I work on.
And
For
it's not like it's
carousing,
going to
where did
be
I put?
easy to do it.
Use carousing. Your use of a comma before your and conjunction starting the second clause mandates the pronoun they. Where do I do that? Oh, here? No. That's Chris and
I
natural
think he's just
and
making a
enjoy
joke.
celebrating with other experience.
Oh,
Oh,
and
they. Oh, it'd be with whom they do not share for. No. No.
they.
Celebrating.
No, right
Oh,
after
and
and.
they. Okay. Thank you. I go English.
You do
I
English
knows
better
the
than me.
English. I knows the English.
There's a reason why I hire editors.
I speak in public for a living. Um, celebrating their okay, cool. That's kind of fun. All right, I'm impressed. And now we got 6 people watching, and we're done.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good. So we got, and this is in the Dropbox for us too. I'm here all week. Thanks, Chris. So that's what
Um,
we got. What
I
else we got
I'm
going on?
well, I'm hoping to have the quick starter for Mass Pause available to anybody who signs up for Mass Pause.
Okay.
Uh, Personally, I'm hoping to get that out this week, but it depends on whether I can find a good editor for it yet.
Cool. Have Scrat do it. He's an editor type.
I tried.
He didn't want to do it.
He's busy.
No, he is busy. Darn you,
He's a
Scrat.
busy person.
He is a busy person. It's kind of fun. So you want to have that out by this week. That should be fun. Also, for folks who are there, I think you'd still have time to back Rock and Roar if you want. It's wild.
Back what?
Oh, that was who I was on last night with Joe Wetzel from Inkwell
Mm.
Ideas. And Rock and Roar is a bestiary for Shadow Dark and old school essentials based on 80s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s pop and rock themes.
Speaking of Shadow Dark, I have an interview tomorrow with
Bunny,
Bunny and Zane, and
you will
they
have
did
fun.
really good on their opening.
They backed in 10 minutes,
Uh-huh.
which is
They're
really
like
cool.
they're like
Uh,
1,500% to what
I'm
they
not
were
going to be able
asking.
to fit them on in the for this one, and I'm really upset about that. I am so booked.
I have not met either of them, so it will be
Bunny's
an
really
interesting.
nice. She's really nice. You'll have fun.
I mean, I follow her, so
Right.
I just have never talked to her.
Oh man. No, she's
Um,
fun.
Scrat's in the middle of remaking my Mass Pause trailer.
Oh, he's redoing it for you?
Yeah,
That's a Scrat thing.
and it's better.
Well,
It's much
he
better.
does that. See if Zam will run a couple of games for us at Crit.
I can check,
You've been given an
Chris.
assignment, Dave.
I can definitely check. I can talk with Zane and see, hey, you want to run a couple of these in your this setting at crit? I can find out.
Do you tell them that Slimeball Wes is not available for Crit this year?
Can't believe it.
He won't
What's
remember who I
wrong with
am, but
you?
that's okay.
Not available for crit. Here I am doing
Yeah,
six and
but you always run
possibly up
too
to 10
many games.
for crit. I will
You,
run as many as I possibly can.
yeah, I don't have much time. I would love to. I yeah, just get Zane to do it. I'll be in Disney. That's where I'll be, suffering. I'm walking like trying to walk like 3 or 4 miles a day just to get ready for Disney because it's going to be insane.
Just cut the sugar, man.
I'm working on it. I mean, I don't right now. I drink seltzer water.
You drink seltzer water.
That's all I
Yes.
drink, and
But what do
occasional
you eat?
cider. I eat too many carbs.
You eat too much sugar.
Too many
You same
carbs.
problem I have.
I do. I just need to get walk. I've been stuck inside all winter. I just need to get walking again. I love walking around here. I get to go
Yeah,
down to the
you have a great
river.
neighborhood.
Oh, it's
So,
awesome. Hey, King Eric is here.
hey,
Yay!
what else do I have going on? I'm trying to get a game going tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Friday.
Friday. I don't know what day it is.
I don't know what of, but um, Dave is a reliable workhorse. I am not a reliable workhorse, but I am a workhorse. I'll say that. I'm always late on getting things out. I mean, AKA, let's talk about Plaguebound people. Um,
You're working on it. I
Not
trust you.
really, not nearly as much as I should be.
I know.
I'll be the first to say I'm having trouble finishing that one.
The walk to Mount Doom is pretty brisk. What is hard? It's the lore that's killing you, right?
No, it's my attitude towards it. I just can't seem to get into the mode to write it.
Okay.
It's kind of like a writer's block thing, but not really.
Because I love Plague Bound. Like, I want to get that in hand.
100% agree with you there, Chris. Walking and 40% of calories from protein. I'd
I
even go
just,
up higher than 40%, but that's me.
I'm doing, like, I want my beans. That's what I
Hey,
want.
I cut sugar. I had cut sugar and I was losing pounds after pounds after pounds. And then I started working at Starbucks.
Oh, you just gotta drink black coffee.
No, it had nothing to do with the coffee.
Oh, you were eating the snacks?
Hmm.
Oh no, I can't do that. So
So, but, and I don't like black coffee. I would much rather not drink coffee.
oh, I love my coffee.
Let's see. What else do I have going
Coffee.
on? I'm going to start streaming more regularly.
Cool.
So that's good. We're going to start April 11th. We're going to start doing a mass pause campaign. I
I
have
wish I had time to do that.
I have quite a few cool people on board for it. It's going to be a really good campaign.
That's
Now I
great.
have to just come up with it.
Way to make me feel bad.
Um, so that's going to be in April 11th. Mass pauses in October, so I'm working really hard on that.
Get plague bound out before that happens.
I'm waiting on art.
I know, but just make sure that you're not
Um,
don't have that walking like over your head.
oh, it
So
will be out. I'm gonna get it out. I'm not worried about that. Whether I have to draw the art myself, it's gonna get out.
I hear
Um,
Tim Hortons coffee is good. I don't like Tim Hortons
I
coffee.
don't like Tim Hortons coffee either.
I also don't like their donuts, although we're trying to cut out sugar, but I don't like their donuts.
Um,
So I have, you know what I have for breakfast? A granola bar. I know it's
you
got
might not be
sugar.
eating enough calories, you know.
I like my granola bar. It's good.
It's possible if you don't eat enough calories that your body stores fat too.
That is true, but I know I get enough calories because
Do you?
yeah, I
Hey,
love bread.
Dread's
I
on.
love bread.
Speaking of Orshin
Dread Bass is
Incident,
on. Hey, Dread.
Dread's gonna be doing some maps for us. Well,
He's going to be doing
as
the
soon as
Orshin
I pay
Incident
him.
maps.
I just got the money from Orshin Incident, so I
Nice.
gotta sit down and pay him.
I
Well,
can't wait to
some of it,
see.
not
I
all of
can't
it.
to see. Wait to see what Dread does with the station. It's going to be fun.
Um, I told you he was reworking the
Yes,
layout of it.
you did.
Um, I have so much going on. What
So
else do I have going on?
next Tuesday, I've got Tiger Wizard talking about Traverse.
Can I come on with that?
You want to come on and talk with him about it, or you want to
Yeah.
come on and be
Would you
part of the interview?
come on and
I'll
talk?
ask him if I'll come on and I'll ask if he minds if you come on. So
Huh,
that's next Tuesday at 8:30. I have to do the thumbnail
I
still.
like hanging out with him.
Oh, he's awesome. I love it. West Tryson Limbus bread. It fills you up. Yeah, I would only need to
And I
eat
have
like
a
a
lot of
bite and it lasts me
questions
for a
about
day.
that game, so
Cool.
a lot of
I will ask him if he minds that you come on. This will be an exciting map to see. It will be an exciting map to see. So yes, he's coming on for that. Then on either the 23rd or the 26th, I'm recording a podcast where we're talking about EcclesiaCon
you're
with
recording a podcast
yeah, it's a pre-recorded podcast. Let me see who I'm doing it
on
with.
somebody else's
Somebody
podcast.
else's, not mine. So where's my blue sky? Here it is. My brain is not retaining information. So it's the podcast is all year I dream about gaming conventions.
Oh yeah, I dream about gaming conventions.
Yep.
I haven't seen that. Heard that one. I'll have to check
No,
it out.
it's I'm looking forward to actually
I've
checking
been
it out.
finding all kinds of new podcasts that I have never heard of before.
Yep.
Uh, there was one today. It was YouTube. They had I think it was shared in my Discord that I didn't know. Oh yeah, it was Jason shared it. Thank you,
Okay.
Jason, by the way, for sharing that. If you're still here,
Jason does
Mastering
cool.
Dungeons. I had not heard of them before.
Oh yeah. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. It looks pretty cool.
It was very entertaining.
Yep. And I've got somebody on the 20th of April. And my schedule is just booked after that. So because I
Booked
got Holy
away.
Week. I got Holy Week and then I got vacation. So
and then you have, um,
Ecclesiacon.
Blaziken.
Yeah, please, if you're in the area and you have not bought your thing yet, please buy your badge.
Hey,
Because I
I had
freak out
somebody
every
sign
year.
up.
I get freaked out every year. I
Uh,
actually, and I'm so bad because I literally have to like do my sponsorship to get Joe his badge. My little. Um so that's my thing right now. They mentioned my Kickstarters even though I'm a nobody. Oh, that's kind of cool. The
oh,
Mastering Dungeons
Jason,
too.
I wasn't
Neat.
sure. Do you actually know them? Like, can you get me in contact with them?
Stash Neil still needs to sign up for games. Yeah. Yes, you do.
I've signed up for your games, or at least my wife and son have signed up for his game.
I need to get mine in the to get his badge so we can
You
sign
keep
up for your
asking people
thing.
to sign up. You don't have your own games in there
I'm
yet.
signed up. No, I have my games in there now.
Oh, okay.
I'm running two. I can't. I'm busy, so I can only run like two
Yeah, I don't
games.
think I'm not going to be busy. I'm running a
Never
booth
know.
and running all these games,
Well, I'm
and
only running the whole convention, so what the one.
I'll be
Okay.
helping. You don't be lying. I'll be helping.
I'm just bopping around like a
I
lunatic the
just
entire time. I do
It's Jason,
nothing.
in October, I'm looking for podcasts to go on to talk about Mass Pause, or before October. I'm trying to spread the word.
Where's Jordan? We want you on. Wes giving sass. I'm not good at it. I
Oh,
try.
I can
I'm
get
really not
on
good.
Jarbin's channel. I'm not worried about that.
Get a quantum overcast. Jordan, you've been summoned. Jason and
Oh,
Sam joined Wes to discuss crit on skipping lunch 413. That's right. That's what I got for 413. Thank you. I didn't put it in my calendar yet.
Chris, by the way, you haven't messaged me about getting somebody on for to discuss crit on my channel. Or if you
It's
have, I haven't seen it, then I apologize. One
all
of the
right.
two.
That is now in my calendar. I knew there was something on the 13th that I had to do. I'm looking forward to that one too. I love doing crit. Throw up the placard. I don't have the I don't hold on. Where's the I'm going to go to bring up the crit website. Oh, what is it? The crit is the community run infinite tabletop.
Okay, sounds good, Chris. I'm good for pretty much any evenings now because of my new job.
Where's the crit thing? It's in the
It's
GM
in the
locker room.
GM locker room.
Well, I don't have Discord open on my computer right
Oh, jeez. Let me get it for you.
now. I'm just bringing the website up.
Of course, I have to find the crit.
Oh no, that's not it. CritCon is not the same one. Community run infinite tabletop. Game at crit. There we go.
There it is.
Let me get over here. Crit. Game online with us. Here, let me get this not full screen so I can everybody can read it. Saturday, June 20th, or excuse me, Saturday, 20 June. We've gone European through Sunday, 28 June, 2026.
I'm
My
doing
cat says hi. Okay, thanks, Neil.
I'm doing
How many games are you running, Dave?
6 games total, and as long as the scheduling works for them, I'll be doing 2 games on the opening Saturday, 2 games on the opening Sunday, and then a game Monday through Wednesday.
That's awesome. Have fun.
Uh, I won't be able to do any more games besides that, unfortunately, because I have PortCon that same week.
I want like I want to run my Cypher chaos stream for it. And I won't be able to. So I'm kind of bummed about that. So I am very
I
sorry
love
I can't
Crit.
do that
Crit
this
is
year.
so much fun. I can't wait to sign up for games.
It's a
I'm
great
hoping I'll be able to
it's
play games this year. I might not be able to.
so I've and I just like, Chris just told me this, like, I was the first person who actually was, like, their, like, online booster
Yeah,
for it, which
you
is
know,
just
Chris, if
weird.
you guys could just shift it next year, like 1 week up or 1 week back, just so it doesn't line up with PortCon, it would really help me out personally. My local con happens at that same
It's a very busy there's no good week around there because I think
no, there isn't.
it's right around Origins too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So, but this is a really cool one. It was originally, um, RuneCon. RuneCon? No,
PortCon
RuneJammer. It was
is,
RuneJammer.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Sunday's the 28th. So it's the 28th, the 27th, the 26th, and the 25th.
Chris they had it a whole weekend to get people back from Origins. Pretty good. We'll be right around Juneteenth from here on out. I will so next year I should not be going traveling that week, so hopefully I can join again, which would be good.
Juneteenth
But
should help me. Yes.
so they've done this. This is their 3rd year
Yeah,
or
3rd
4th
year.
year,
I think
and,
it's 3rd year.
it's been a lot of fun, and they've done really, really well with it.
It's my
It's
2nd year doing it.
Yeah, I only played the 1st year because I was still had serious, imposter
Oh,
syndrome
wait,
and
no,
didn't
it
think I was
is
good enough to run.
it
Is it the
is
4th
3
year?
years. So it's
3
3
years
years
this is the
from me.
3rd year at Crit, and it was RuneJammer before that. Gotcha.
So it was 3 years for me because well, maybe it's been 4 years total. Because I played in Runejammer, and then I signed up for games on the first crit, and then did maybe it's is it 2 or 3 years from me, Chris? Do you remember?
I really don't know for you. I've literally I have played, missed, played and ran a game, and I'll miss this year. So I just alternate years for some reason. But this is fantastic, folks. It's a really nice free convention. A lot of really
Very
good
good veteran DMs playing running games. They're all curated,
yep.
super amazing.
They only let
This is my 3rd
good
year,
runners
okay.
in. Yeah, they only let like decent GMs play or run, which I'm not sure why they
Yeah,
have
I'm
me
not
in.
sure how they got me on there.
I don't know how they got me in. I know Zach wants to run peasantry.
Yeah,
Uh,
I gotta talk to you, Chris, about that.
so
If you haven't played Peasantry, Peasantry is super fun too, guys.
it's hysterical. Everybody who plays it loves it.
It is literally apples to apples, but in an RPG form.
It's pretty cool. So that's going on. These guys do a great job. I mean, like damn Scotty's run games for it before. I don't know who's like been announced as special guest GMs this year. I would love to see them do some live streaming for it with actual plays. It would be kind of fun.
I'd be happy to live stream games.
Um, and then, but what was a really cool thing about it is about the same time that Crit developed in this parallel development cycle, CypherCon started. And it was like originally it was like 2 months after. So we have these two really cool online free conventions that are run by some really neat people, which is so much fun. There we go. We love meeting new people. And Neil wants to come up to PortCon. Neil, you're at every convention you can get to. We like you. We are planning on seeing Scotty return in
Awesome.
2026. If you listen, for anybody who can play with Scotty, and it's either as a GM or a player, you are in for a
A
treat
treat.
because he's awesome. So good. A lot of fun. So we got a lot of things going on.
Is
Uh,
Torn Hey Chris, is Torn doing stuff? I can't remember if Torn signed up for anything.
Here, hold
Torn's
on a
really
second.
good too.
Why are we doing this? Chris, go
Are
get
you
your
available?
Chris, go get your camera. I'm sending you a thing on Discord. Why are we just talking in chat? He's like right there.
I know.
Uh,
You should, Neil. You will play with some of the best GMs I've ever played with. Oh yes, Torn has some really great he has some really great imaginative gameplay mechanics around index card RPG and other games, and it's super amazing what he does. Um, I just need to get him to finish them and publish them. Keep trying. He's
Uh,
working on it.
All right, I sent Chris the link, so if he's available, he needs to come on. I mean, he's sitting there
Um,
typing at us. He might as well come
I
on.
know.
Seriously,
Um,
Chris, what are you doing?
um,
I'm
no,
tired.
I really enjoy Crit's fun.
Crit's a lot of fun.
Um,
So, what conventions are you hitting? Because you're going all over the place.
what conventions? I
Yeah.
was going to go to Phoenix before this coming April.
Okay.
But I canceled that because I didn't get enough didn't sign up for a table in time to get like games going. I missed it by
Gotcha.
like a day. I laxed on the time. But then I found
Okay.
another one, but because I'm
Oh,
starting a
really?
new job, yeah, there's another one happening the same weekend in England called Tabletop Topia or something like that.
Okay.
Tabletopia or something like that. Um, but I'm not going to that one even though I could get games going in that one, but because of my new job, I had to choose either that or EcclesiaCon. So it was
Thank
EcclesiaCon.
you. I am very grateful for you.
And then after that, I don't know because I'm going to have to work with a new job. So hey, there's Chris.
Chris, okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm adding your link to. There we go. I'll change it to red. Red looks better for that. Cool. Let me add you to the scene here. Look, now we have a Chris.
Now we have a Chris. We're killing you, Chris. Why are we killing you?
Because we're making fun of him and making him get on the
I
stream.
know. Yeah, I got here, just pulled myself together and crammed into my tiny little storeroom here,
Well,
where my
this is
wife keeps things that are only a potential value that she's not quite willing to get rid of yet, like myself.
this is part of what Ramble streams are all about, Chris. This is why
That's
it's
we
right.
do Ramble streams.
it is literally here. I'm gonna make this all full size. So yeah. All right, Chris, tell the wonderful folks because we've talked crit up. You've talked about it in the chat, but let's give people the origin story of crit.
Yeah, absolutely. So Crit started as a back of cocktail napkin idea with a bunch of folks over on the ICRPG community server. We were saying, oh, it's like, oh, I'm really having a good time putting together these games. I want to get some more open table games coming up this summer. And it was, I think it was late spring or just the beginning of summer in 2023. And it said, "Oh, it'd be great if we just found a week that a lot of us were free, and we all just tried to get as many of those online open table games in there as possible." And that idea was the Merlotron, Sam Chafin, our co-founder, and then his partner in crime, Philip Dudley, another one of our hallowed and well-respected community members, said, "It's like, yeah, that would be great, and we could do that, and we could publicize it and have a really great time." And the two of them are kind of the people who put this into action. And it's like, is this even something that we could possibly do? And there were a couple more of us who chimed in. It was like, well, I don't know, but we'd sure like to try. So
Uh huh.
about a dozen of us got together and that first year. And in 30 days of time from out of the ether conception to running scheduled games, we were able to put that together for the first event that would become Crit, and we've gotten a little bit bigger and better about doing it each year. We've filled over 300 seats at the gaming tables in I think over 100 offered sessions last year.
That's
It
Cool.
quite a
was
bit.
pretty amazing. All of it is free. We are an all volunteer crew of over 2 dozen GMs who are super well versed, super experienced, and super enthusiastic about bringing games to new people. And our mission statement is really to simply spread the joy of the tabletop RPG hobby and eliminate any and all barriers to access to that fun. So if you work a weird schedule and don't have your evenings free, there's games that go off at all times a day. If there's particular days of the week that you have free, we have a game running that day in our 9 day stretch. And, if you don't have any money, you don't need any money. If you have never tried this before, you don't have to worry because you don't need to know anything about the systems or about the hobby itself. Is like you can find a game, and most of our sessions are appropriate for you to just come in and say, "Hey, I want to try this cool thing I've heard so much about," and have an absolute great first experience. That's
Mhm.
that's our goal with this event, and both of you boys have been absolutely instrumental in helping that happen these last few years, and we're going to try to do it again this year.
We are very glad to help. We like crit. It's fun.
Oh, it's great. I can't wait to run mass pause there. I think it's gonna be a fun
Our
time.
focus is specifically indie RPGs, which is basically everything other than the Hasbro product or direct retro clones. And, of course, our real focus is on independently produced work from creators like you guys. It's like that's who we want, and the cool part about it is, like, you can play games with the GM who authored the book. You can sit down if you like Easy D6, and if, like I said, schedule permitting and getting there on time, you can play with GM Scotty. It's like, yeah, it's like we have a real focus on trying to get the people who wrote the book to run some games for us, and we've had a lot of good luck in the past, and we're hoping to have more between now and April 20th when our registration is going to open. So watch that gameatcrit.com website to get information on that. And in the interim, the best way to get that crit news is two things. People can go to gameatcrit.com and join the Discord invite link that is there up in the menu in the corner. Additionally, you can send the email to gameatcrit@gmail.com with subscribe in the subject line, and we'll get you added to the
Oh,
mailing list, which we are due to crank up here coming this weekend.
awesome. I'm trying to show the join the Discord. Open. There we go. Discord. There it is. Join the
Bazinga.
Discord. Bazinga. I like the Bazinga. Very good. Yeah, so things are going really, really cool. Now it is free.
Yes, it is.
It is all volunteer.
Yes,
You
it is.
folks do have some costs for this, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right. So how are you paying these costs?
Out of the goodness of our hearts. Uh, the GMs tend to pass the hat around a little bit. We recoup a little bit of that back with our merch, and if this goes up on YouTube, Dave, I can make sure that you have the link to our printful merch store for 2026. Everybody likes to have a nice crit T-shirt. We commission new art for our mascot Trip, the genre jumping frog, and
I
we do
have
that
him
each year. So
somewhere.
we're gonna have new art coming in just a few weeks here for that by the time registration opens. And so yeah, if you really have fun and you want to get into the spirit, buy a sticker or a T-shirt off of Andrew's printful merch store, and that will be a big help to us because 100% of any profits that we see from those items that are emblazoned with our cool crit logo,
Uh-huh.
they go get completely rolled back into next year's event.
That's awesome. You guys keep talking. I'm looking for Trip. I have a picture of Trip, so I'm looking for the picture I have of Trip.
That's really cool.
It's a
I didn't.
lot it's a lot of fun,
Oh,
and
he's
here's the other thing, and I think this is something that I really want to this is our 4th year, and we've kinda got a nice rhythm, and, it's like we got people we can count on, we have people who've come back. There's Trip right there.
there's
Uh,
Trip.
that was from last year. Uh, we have people we can count on, and it's a really good time, and, we wish we could do it more than once a year, but obviously, in doing it the way that we do, all volunteer, as little budget as possible and all of that
Mhm.
stuff, and just the time, the energy, and even the creativity that it takes out of us to try to bring all this really new, original, mind-blowing RPG stuff to the public each year. About once a year is about how many times we could do this, and we will keep doing it for the foreseeable future. But I want to see somebody steal crit. I want to see somebody take our ethos and replicate it and do it all the same way that we do and try to bring it as free as possible to as many people as possible any month other than June. And it
Well, I
would be
still need to
a
introduce you
real
to the
it
Cypher
would
Unlimited folks.
it would be a real, feather in our cap, and it would really mean a lot to me to see people say, "Wow, what a great idea. This is, an open source replicable protocol." Uh, Instead of having one amazing event every year like ours, what if there was one every month? That would be amazing.
Yep.
So,
Thanks,
yeah,
my air trumpet.
anybody who thinks they've got a dozen talented friends with the energy and know how to be able to do that, that's all it takes. You
Look,
don't have
Chris,
to get fancy,
I already
and
have too much on my
you can
plate.
I was gonna say, you don't have to get fancy, and you can drop me, a line on Discord, and Wes and Dave know how to get in contact with me, and, I will talk to you about it.
We only talk with you every day on Discord. So, Chris,
I know.
here's a couple questions for this.
Yeah.
So, because people have actually asked me to do like an online thing for EcclesiaCon, because there's a lot of folks out in the West Coast like, we want to do EcclesiaCon, and registering them for events. That's easy to do through tabletop events. It's a virtual
Yeah.
online event,
If
no
you're already
problem at
on
all.
tabletop events, that's gonna to be child's play for you to
Well,
set up
well,
online sessions if you wanted
here's
to do it that
my
way.
question. How do you create the virtual spaces for people to actually do like comms for the games?
I can
So,
show
like,
you how
how
to
do you
do
get
that.
people connected to the Discord and all that? Because that's the hard part. And I
Yes,
know it's
it
all
is,
bot
a
related
and
probably, so
it's it no, it well, no, the truth is that that is the hard part, and the only reason it happens for 300 seats filled at Crit every year is because I'm on top of it like a fiend, and I get up close
Mhm.
and personal, and I talk to people, and I make sure that the cats get herded to their games. Uh, that said,
You're very good at it, by the way.
I thank you.
So
That said, it is possible, and, especially since not every single attendee at EcclesiaCon, would be virtual, you would probably find that
Right.
it's not quite as laborious as you think it is, and we just use we coordinate at the ICRPG community server, we set up a crit section of channels, and then we have sub-channels and threads for every single session, so 100 plus sessions that,
Right.
get there, and it gets coordinated that way, and then, of course, we mostly using Discord for comms and then one of the popular free VTTs for screen
Mhm,
service,
mhm, mhm.
and it works out pretty good.
Okay.
I'll tell you what,
So are you auto filtering people in, or are you, like, just say find your thread? Like, how are you getting people to the right thread?
so the way that that works is they sign up on our scheduling platform, whichever one we happen to be using
Right.
that year. And,
Uh-huh.
once I've got those seats filled, I will either do it on behalf of the GM who's running the session, or the GM says, "Hey, here you go. Here's your welcome email. It's got all this information. Here's the link to the Discord server." And then we monitor to make sure excuse me. We monitor to
Okay, so
make
you're
sure
doing it
that each one of
manually.
those gets there. But, yeah, we do it manually. We do it the old-fashioned
Gotcha.
way because 'cause we're still small enough that that can happen.
You're nuts. I like you. You're nuts. I do kind of that's one thing that I would love to see, like, tabletop events or another scheduling platform has, be like auto create threads for
And the other thing
Discord and
about it is that the one thing about it is that every year, not only do we get more know-how and have more creativity and insight as to how to streamline the logistics and the mechanical side of things. But the technology does get a little offers us more options every year.
Okay.
So, it's just a matter of time before I expect that to be a commonplace kind of integration. And you know that tabletop events, for example, is probably be going to be on the cutting edge of that.
We hope. I mean, their interface is from like 2003.
It's
We're
it's
still.
every it's everything you need. It's nothing you don't.
I just like it to auto refresh when I search.
I'm
That would be
I'm
great.
not a shill for them, but I was gonna say, after trying 2 or 3 different options,
It's very it
uh,
it is very full featured.
it gives you enough, and,
Yeah.
you can get creative. It's like, limitations, inspire, and sometimes that's what it takes. It's a
I
definitely more sweat to get it but we've managed to make it look pretty for 2 years in a row on TTE, and we'll probably do it again.
I don't have a problem doing it because I've worked with databases, so I know how they have it. Like I can see how they have it set up. If there's someone coming in new, I'd be like, "Oh shoot, that's a little
And
rough."
and to tell you the truth, if I were doing this the first year and encouraging somebody to replicate our process, I would have them replicate our journey as well. I would say the first thing, all you need to do is like a free or cheap scheduling bot, do it all on Discord and
I
just be cool.
I got to tell you, I hated that.
I get why, but especially if you're talking no, no, I do get why, but if you're
Yeah.
talking about, several dozen games and 100 people, which is
Yeah.
basically the size of a small convention,
Sure.
small local convention,
It's the
uh,
size of my convention. Yeah.
it is totally doable, and it
Mhm.
requires 0, uh, layout, and especially if you're short-handed on manpower, that can make a really big difference in you being successful the first time you do it.
That's
And
true.
then you learn so much doing it that first time by keeping things simple, then
Mhm.
you have all kinds of ideas and inspiration to make it better the next year. The difference between our first event and our second event was huge,
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
me.
but we had to walk before we could run.
I gotcha. I understand. I find bots so hard to handle. I hate bots.
No, I get that. I get
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. I like tabletop events. It's just I want their interface to be updated. It needs a little bit of a refresh,
I
but it's good
mean,
stuff. It works very well. So, but yeah, I love what you did. And Jason was pointing out, and I see you does the same, like a similar thing with the bots for CypherCon. And I really need to sit down and just do a stream with like you and the Cypher Unlimited guys for CypherCon, so you guys can compare stories because you were doing this at the same time,
Right on.
which is really cool. So we have two of those things, and I would like to add an online component to EcclesiaCon in the future. And because it's a
mm,
fundraiser, it'll probably be paid, but
I
but the
I
online will be
love
cheap.
exactly at what you guys do and how you do it, Wes, every year, and I think that it's amazing that it's a charity event and stuff like that. I tell you what, if you decide that you hook that up,
Uh huh.
I will gladly volunteer services to run games at EcclesiaCon remotely. I would love to do
Well,
that.
you're one of the people who's like, can you do that? So I would love to, because I there are a bunch of people that was like, I want to play and like be part of it, and I can't get there.
I mean,
And I can't blame people because people want to
the
fly in from like California for like a 2-day event with like 100 people. It's a little
the
rough.
trick, Wes, is if you do that, you have to make sure that they are very clear that these ones are online.
No,
But
it'll be $15 tickets and you only can get this type of event. So like that's like it's literally going to be a category, and because
Yeah,
you
category.
could,
and TTE will make it super simple for you to
yeah,
segregate that way, so it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
gonna
cool.
be an
because
issue.
like
I've never
these,
used TT, so
so tabletop events, like you can create like the you can create a ticket that's just online. I
mhm.
don't think you can limit tickets to particular types of events. You can limit them to days, from what I know. So that's something I'll look into.
I wonder
You
how
know,
hard it would.
it'll yeah, you should look into that because I'm trying to remember again is like, and unfortunately, our mutual friend Skippy set all that stuff up
Yeah.
when he did it on tabletop events the first and now the second time. But what I do remember is that because you can sell different kinds of tickets, I
Yeah,
think that those
there's
permission
online.
I think
Yeah.
there's something that you can do that would allow you to separate that out so that only certain categories of events were open.
Yeah, I wanna see if I can I just wanna look at my, badge types. There we go. Because I'm looking at my thing right now. So, all days. So it has days, so there's categories. I can give them categories, badge type categories.
So
You cannot, yeah, I can't filter out particular events, so that would be the hard part. Like saying like this badge type do the cannot do for in-person events. That would be the hard part to segregate out.
I hear you.
So I will figure that out. There's got to
have
be a
you
way to do
have
it
you guys thought about like creating flyers that people could print out and
and hang up places.
hang out places?
Y Other than what I've already provided you guys, but we could certainly do something that's got more text information if you want to do something like that. It's like, yeah, I can have that up in a
I
GM
mean,
locker room by the end of the week for sure.
so we could put things that are local game stores and stuff like that. People
Yeah,
could.
for sure.
Yeah,
I can do that. I'll work on that this week.
or
I would love to.
have postcards that people can hand out at Origin.
I
Um,
have business cards.
oh, you're the man.
Oh,
Smart man. Very smart man.
I redo
It
my
should be cool.
business cards every year.
I need to
I'm
make new
crazy.
ones. Mine are old. Um, Crit's really cool, so people should go take a look at it. I love
It's
that you
wonderful.
had this, and like I said, if I can't do like a one shot in person day, I might do an online convention at some point for EcclesiaCon off the year. We'll see how it works,
That would
but
be super cool.
it would be cool. I like
I
doing
know
stuff
a
like this.
publisher who'd be willing to host it on his Discord server
Who's
and
that?
advertise for it. I don't know, but I think I do know him.
Do you know the guy?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. My other question for you, Chris, because I know you guys are doing this mostly out of the kindness of your own heart and passing the hat and merch sales. Have you considered like doing sponsorships? Because you're already doing tabletop events. It's pretty easy to put them out there.
Yeah, and there's been a little bit of discussion about stuff like that over the years and stuff like that, and the
Hmm.
planning committee has gone back and forth about it about a bazillion times. But the oldest member of the planning committee, who's a real a-hole, is pretty staunch about maintaining the idea that this is a free and clear, all volunteer thing so that it remains replicable.
Gosh, gotcha. Am I looking at the
So,
oldest member of the committee right
yes,
now? Okay,
yes, you
good.
are.
So I do like it, but your biggest expense is probably because you do the nitro for your Discord server, right? Is that your
I
biggest
don't even
expense?
yeah, like, if we do that our biggest expense is 2 things, and, like I said, is the new art for the merch
Okay,
and the cost of setting up tabletop events. But
gotcha.
so buy a shirt. If you have fun, or if you wanna have fun, or if you just like cool T-shirts, buy a shirt or at least get yourselves a sticker this year, and we'll call it good because that is about what we need to just keep this going. You know,
All
the
right.
rest of it our time is worth more than the actual cash that we have to lay out, but we love doing it, and so it's all good, and if we can give generously of ourselves and convince people that will see this and experience it and think that they might want to replicate it, that it is worth being just as generous, then we're just paying it forward.
Awesome. We like that. And Jason wants to know if you have Ko-Fi for donations because he could have made a suggestion to his players last year. Just a virtual pass the hat.
We do not, but maybe that is something that I will talk to Andrew and Skip about. Maybe it is something that we'll set up so that if people just feel like being awesome, they can for sure do that. Maybe that's something we'll get set up between now and registration on April 20th. That's a
And
great
Yeah,
idea.
that
and
is a great idea.
I do have to say I'm looking at this and I'm having flashbacks to listening to Christian radio back in my youth going, if you were blessed by this program today, why don't you consider giving a monetary donation to which is it's pretty much the same thing. Hopefully a little bit more value.
Well,
Um good times. Very good. So everybody go to crit and play in crit except for me who's going to not be available. So
You'll be with us in spirit, though, Wes.
I will be with you in spirit. I'm kind of bummed that I can't. This has been planned for a year and a half, so I kind of can't be like, "Oh no, I'm taking an
No,
evening off to
you
play a
know,
game for crit."
you get a pass this year. It's cool.
Okay, Dave won't give me a pass. It's okay. He can
nope.
yell at me. It's
Knew it was
cool.
coming up.
I knew it was coming. Knew it was coming up. No, they changed the date on me.
Oh, did they?
Isn't it a week later this year than it was last year?
Nope, it's almost to the day.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
Okay, then I'm off. I don't know. Real nice stuff going on. Thanks, Monk. So, all right.
It's funny, we played with it, and over the first 3 years, we moved it up essentially 30 days every time, and, we just found it worked better at the is like we tried to figure out when are people deep into their summer vacation versus, like, okay, they still got some time off because it's
Gotcha.
longer days, but a little more flexibility, and Juneteenth is gonna be where we're gonna be at.
Awesome. All right. We're there. Next year I'm
June
back.
Juneteenth will work better for me.
So, all right, guys, I am getting tired. It is very late. Chris, thank you for hopping on in the
Well,
middle of
thanks to you
nothing.
guys again for your assistance and service, but also for the opportunity to pop on and ramble about it. It was great. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Appreciate you coming on,
All right,
jumping
before I
on.
sign off, I have to. I am not an egg thief.
You are an egg thief. I was
I
there.
am not an egg
I was
thief.
there.
No, I was framed.
No, you weren't.
I am putting Anthony Simeone under oath. I was framed. I know the truth about the eggs. I have
I was
found
right there.
I have found the real egg thief. I know who the real egg thief is. Same. Thank you. But no, not a real egg. I am, however, a miniature killer.
You are.
I did do that.
You did do that.
I did do that. That was something that I did. I was rolling dice and I was really excited because I had like six sting bats attacking people. So I rolled 6 d20s and one of them bounced out of the tray because I was excited, and it destroyed one of the sting bat minis that was held in reserved, and I didn't hit on a single attack.
the the curse of the sting bat.
It was pretty bad. So I broke a mini, and I'm never living the mini down. That I self-reported. That was I walked up to Anthony with the broken thing. I was like, Anthony's like, "You're never living that down, Wes." I know. I was like, I'm taking that one with me to the grave. Ron's never going to let me live it down. So good times. So no, not an egg thief.
Arguable.
Oh my gosh. I'm really living this down. All right, guys, you are all awesome. Stick around off or on the channel a bit while I sign people off and shut the stream down so we can say goodbye. But give me a second here. Wow, this was a fun ramble stream. So Dave and I started working on Orshin Incident, and we go into talking about crit and I'm getting accused of being a thief. It's always a fun time. So Dave's got all those things coming up. I did not announce that we do have the TTRPG book club coming up on the 25th. That is going to have chapters 3, 4, and 5 of Daggerheart. I am just about the end of chapter 3 at this point. Should be a fun time. And all sorts of other streams. Like next week, we're doing Tiger Wizard and Traverse, which should be an interesting time. Looking forward to all of it. It's going to be busy, and I want to bring it all to you. And until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.